What is something your ex or current partner did that felt like a huge betrayal? My ex-girlfriend had a 5-year-old daughter when we started dating. Each year when her daughter started school, they always asked my girlfriend who would be authorized, other than her, to pick her up in the event of an emergency. She always put me first. When her daughter reached 6th grade, my girlfriend put her next-door neighbor instead of me as the person authorized. She never gave me an explanation as to why, but after that I felt the trust was gone in the relationship. We stopped seeing each other a few months after her daughter was out of 6th grade. He had a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. When we got married, their bio mom had taken off a few months before, and I had already started helping raise them. The next 7 years, I considered them as much mine as the 2 bio kids we ended up having together. That when we divorced, he completely cut me off from them and let them think that I had abandoned them. I got over the end of my marriage. I don't think I will ever completely get over the loss of my children. Was texting multiple guys despite me telling her my distaste for it. Continued to her ex, to her phone, and confronted her. Said she stopped. And she played me by sexting her ex, so when I saw it I could stop snooping. I don't even know why I'm still how I think about it every day since. It's been 2 years since she did that. She's the only one who loves me for me. She hasn't done anything since, but it still breaks my heart that it already happened. During all 7 years that we were together, my ex was sending out messages to 13-year-olds he found on Facebook and asking them out, and actually dated aka abused at least 2 of them, and exchanged sexual pics with a bunch. He was almost 30 at the time. This was a betrayal of who I thought he was and everything I held dear. Gathered all evidence I could, filled a report on him, and never looked back. She never forgave me for forcing her to close her business as she needed to make money and provide household funding after 3 years of me working 2 jobs. She stayed with me, made promises that never were kept. And when I stopped spending my inheritance on us, within 6 weeks she found a new man and wanted a divorce. Years and tens of thousands wasted because she used me and I was a fool. Ex cheated after my dad died with my friend weed dealer. It's been 8 years and she's married to the guy and calls me her abuser and shit. I'm currently letting my whole friend group go because they're all still in contact with them. And when she talks shit, which is constantly, they don't defend me. These same people don't understand why my current partner wants nothing to do with any of them. My GF of 10 years admitted to having feelings for someone we knew, and that she could no longer be monogamous. We broke up shortly after. That was 2 years ago. I'm stuck living alone in the house we bought together and it's really grinding me down. Our lives were so intertwined and now it all feels so fractured. It's so hard to heal when your environment reminds you of what you lost. Told how I was sober. I was a month into a relationship. Had about 8 months of sobriety. She put Everclear in my Pepsi. Also she tried give me pills. Hide which kind. But I'd ask her for a mint and it would be pills. Also, when I broke up with her, she started dating my other ex-GF. I don't think she was a mean person. She just didn't know boundaries. Lied about ever discussing marriage with me and planning our future wedding. This MF had the audacity to call me psycho and a liar when we discussed our first dance song, food, theme, best man Mo. You get the picture. It stung so much that it meant nothing to him and blatantly never did. We got in a fight. She stormed off. Was mad I didn't follow after her, so she showed back up crying, telling me she'd been assaulted along the sidewalk and raped. Refused to call police or go to the hospital and let me believe it literally our entire relationship. My ex secretly maintained contact with their ex-partner throughout our relationship, despite assuring me they were no longer in touch. Finding out about this betrayal shattered my trust and made me question the authenticity of our entire relationship. My ex having sex with that guy at work I was worried about just because she could, and then trash talk me into the ground. She has borderline. She is my ex for a reason. I'm single for 12 years now, and it is hard to fully trust someone. Spending time with another woman and her child while I was at home mid-postnatal depression with a sick baby who screamed constantly. That right there was the end. I didn't admit it for a couple of years, but I couldn't trust him after that. My husband and I discussed having a threesome. Without my knowledge. He met a woman at a bar to check her out and to see if he thought I would be attracted to her. He did not tell me he was going. When I found out, I was furious. I had a friend reveal they were cheating. We are lesbians. When I asked her about it, she said I thought we were just fooling around. We didn't define the relationship. Ouch. Burned by technicality. Blatantly lied to my face over and over again when I pointed out her words didn't align with her actions. And I was the one with the trust problems. She was having more sex than I was, and I felt like there was something wrong with that. Just didn't feel like it was good for our marriage. Pretend to go to work when I knew she'd called in sick to work to go on the piss with her mates and tried to go with the lie. When he touched me while I'm sleeping and kept on pushing that it's my fault since I'm not letting him do it when I'm away. I dated a guy for 14 months. Then I found out he had given me a fake name. Then I found out he had a fiancé. Still stings. It shattered my trust when my ex shared personal details about our relationship with their friends without my consent. Decided to spontaneously plan a last-minute guy's weekend on a weekend he knew I needed him. This is an ex. She was cheating on me while dating me, and when she left she simply said she just didn't love me anymore. Fuck some hippie photographer from LA. She moved there to be closer to him, so good riddance. Fell off the wagon and bragged about it to me as if I was supposed to be proud of him. Send an I miss you text to her ex while we were out to diner together. Quit his good paying job the day after we took a home renovation loan. Sleeping with my brother was a pretty big betrayal in my opinion, lol. Using ultimatums and emotionally abusive techniques to get her way. Dumped me when I sucked on her friend's titties when she wasn't home. Bringing home another boyfriend and throwing me out a week later.